We got a special guest. I'm gonna bring him on so y'all can see him as well. The YouTube GOAT, Mr. Gerald Harris, right? what you laughing for, Gerald? This dude, the shyest dude ever met. What's up, Cat the Course Builder? Y'all, we talking YouTube growth secrets. We got a plan. What is this? A project we working, right? Where I talked to Joe. I said, hey, in the next 90 days, I want to grow our channel. So we're about 30 days in. And I said, I want to grow our channels. And this is good for y'all because it's two separate channels. One is our traffic sales and profit channel, which already had a few thousand subscribers. The other is our channel for Watch the Convo, right? We had a streaming network, Watch the Convo, and we want to take some of the content off of that private, kind of secured, gated community and then drop it on YouTube where it's more audience. Maybe we can talk about why we're doing that too. But that one only had a few hundred. So y'all gonna be able to see like one with thousands, one with a few hundred, and kind of roll it from there. But Gerald, I want to let you, if you could introduce yourself and then talk about your thoughts about this project and this little test trial that we got running.
Hey, family, what's going on? My name is Gerald Harris. I am a former member of TSP, now doing real estate and blowing up with this whole YouTube thing. I've been strong on YouTube for a minute. These projects are incredible. These projects are especially I'm looking at the Convo, I'm looking at TSP. They're both growing. They're both growing in subscribers. They're both growing in content and whatnot. And some of the strategies that we're doing and some of the things that we're doing behind the scenes, I think it take some of you all by surprise. Definitely.
Hey, so Gerald, could you talk about? Let me add me back up. Boom, there I go. Hey, Gerald, can you talk about what did you see? Right, she came on like 30 days ago. I don't know. Let's talk. Let's start with that. Like, what have you seen over the last 30 days? And for y'all, like I feel like I'm like y'all, where I feel like we had good content, just something ain't clicking. Let me know in the chat if any of y'all like, yo, I got good content, just something ain't clicking all the way with it. Gerald, can you talk about like what you saw and maybe some of the mistakes we were making when you first kind of came and took a look at the page? Because Gerald hit me up late one night, y'all. He came, Gerald with my DMs bro, I'm looking at your page. He be like real slick, like I'm looking, he be concerned. He looking out like a brother should. But he also like, I don't know how you gonna take this, but I'm looking at your page. When you initially looked at the page, what were some of the opportunities I guess you saw, Gerald, on the page?
So one of the things I saw, especially with the Convo, right, what I had to do was kind of dig into the back office a little bit. And I updated a lot of the keywords. Now, for those of you that don't know, everybody has a specific niche on YouTube, right? And so what I needed to do was to go ahead and find the competition for not just the Convo, but for TSP, but just talking about the Convo right now. What I needed to do was see what keywords, long tail keywords, were they specifically ranking for that would allow the Convo to begin to get more organic traffic. That was the first thing. The second thing really was to begin to kind of implement maybe more of a social media push and an email push to the channel itself. And then for me, it was just like, okay, let me go ahead and look at this content. Let me implement my knowledge of SEO as well as some AI. And as we begin to do that, that channel essentially has doubled, especially like with the Convo. The Convo has doubled in size within a little over 30 days, something like that.
Yeah.
With traffic sales and profit, one of the biggest things I saw was you already had a lot of great content. One of the biggest things is YouTube from 2019, 2020, 2021. There are some changes that have been made, right? So one of the things I saw within traffic sales and profit, especially with the short videos, YouTube has taken away the ability to have URL links in the description of the short videos. Number one. Number two, one of the biggest things I saw with the traffic sales and profit channel was there were a lot of great short videos, but YouTube has the ability now so that in the beneath the video, you can now link another video or another long form video that's similar to that small short video. And so what I started doing was I started linking a lot of those short videos to the longer video. And I started to see slowly but surely this rise begin to happen even before the Master P video started coming. But Master P video, another conversation. Another
Hold on,
conversation.
Gerald. You're going too far. You too far ahead. You too far ahead, right? Hey, I had to jump back on and slow him down. He about to put a lid off of it. But look, hopefully y'all got that right because we weren't aware that because that was my whole thing about shorts. Gerald always says like, man.
Yeah.
For one, I'm like the goofiest shorts we put out is always the ones that go viral, right? Not the ones that we really want. But then even when the ones we really want go, there was no way for us to tie those people back. So the fact that you came and said, yo, now it is actual way to tie it back is like a game changer, we felt like for us. Because a lot of times our shorts do get way more reach a lot faster than do the longer traditional videos that we posted, at least up to this point.
Yeah. Those shorts actually, and for those of you that don't understand, it's almost like YouTube has almost like two different lanes. You got long form video and they got short videos. Now, the shorts are great, but you have to understand this. And this is one thing I learned in being involved in TSP, right? What is your end game? And so the objective and the end game when it comes to YouTube for me on these two channels is growth. And so if I take a short video, the goal is to go ahead and get it as many views as we needed to get. A short video linked to a long video. Now I'm playing a long game. And at the same time, one of the things that happens with shorts is this, and I want you all to pay attention to this. When it comes to short videos, and you can't necessarily place a URL link in a short video, but what you can do is you can place a hashtag link. When you go ahead, you place a hashtag link like, hey, thank you for subscribing. Then you put hashtag traffic, sales, and profit on a short video. When people go ahead and click on that hashtag, it'll take them back to all the traffic, sales, and profit videos on YouTube to go ahead and get them to like, subscribe, and comment. So you have to understand your objective. You have to understand your end game when it comes to YouTube.
Hey Gerald, so what were I got a question down, right? The confident man, y'all, I ain't used to going live on YouTube. These YouTube names throwing me off, Gerald. I don't know who these. I feel like these are regular people, but I don't know who. I know Gabby just because I know Gabby. I know Cat got Cat the course builder. Y'all like Barbara got a name. Like some of y'all, man, with these handles. I feel like I know you, but I'm not. I can't tie it all the way together, right? But I feel like I know who the confident charismatic is, but I can't. I'm so close. All right, so confident charismatic said about the what was it? Oh man, I lost it. It's about the keyword rankings. Say are those just for YouTube search engine or for Google as well? Or for both?
Both. So anytime I have to, I taught myself SEO back in like 2010, 2011. Now, the objective with SEO, obviously, with long tail keywords, and for those of you that don't know, a long tail keyword are 3 words or longer. Like, for instance, Master P selling or Master P no limit. That's a long tail keyword. Master P, that's a short keyword. So when it comes to long tail keywords, what I would like to do is to get those long tail keywords to rank in YouTube. However, if you can get those long tail keywords to rank in YouTube as well as Google, game over. I'll say this. I'll say this in addition to the long tail keyword. You don't just want to go ahead and YouTube. It's essentially it's changing, right? Number one, you don't have to always upload videos. In other words, you don't have to upload videos every day. Quality is more important than quantity. Number one. Number two, when it comes to YouTube, don't just go for long tail keywords. Go to attempt to get into the YouTube algorithm. In other words, like the YouTube search, because we can do SEO all day. But if you do SEO, but forget about your end game, in other words, your customer, because you're right, it's almost like you're writing for two people. You're writing for YouTube and you're writing for people. And to get those two things combined to the point where it's just like, well, wait a minute. This is a great video. Not just content wise, but title, description, tags, hashtags, all of these different things. So if you're going to go ahead and go after long tail keywords, I would highly, highly, highly suggest to go ahead and go after those keywords, not just on YouTube, but Google. And you need some tools for that as well. Because that sounds like somebody already understands SEO. Yeah, that's good. It's a good question. Uh-oh. Like the sound went out.
All right, there we go. My bad. I'll
There
leave
we
it
go.
out. Y'all, I got one more question, Gerald. We're gonna get into a few other things I want to make sure we got time to cover. Because y'all, Gerald made like a few very simple changes that made a great impact. And I'm sure y'all like very simple that y'all could do, like all of us could do. I just wasn't. I was like halfway doing it, we weren't all the way in it. Hey, but quick, private practice marketing said, do you have preferred keyword research tool? TubeBuddy or vidIQ?
So I'm gonna mention three. So you already mentioned two. You got TubeBuddy, you got vidIQ, and you have something else that you all want to go ahead. You can type this into Google. It's called Morning Fame. Morning dot MorningFA.me. Morning Fame. This is something that's lesser known, but actually I utilize them when it comes to checking out my competition at times when it comes to thumbnails. Okay. So those three, I will say the best one by far right now, vidIQ. vidIQ, there was a time when TubeBuddy surpassed vidIQ. TubeBuddy was it. Now, what has happened, vidIQ is probably the best, but I have some additional suggestions as well because it sounds like you have some SEO people out there. So Ahrefs, ahrefs.com. You have simrush.com and some others as well. And so going ahead and doing keyword research in those ways will not just, so let me take a step back a little bit. It won't just separate you from the masses. That's half the work when it comes to YouTube. Now you all have to remember this. The name of the site is YouTube. YouTube. You can have the greatest title, description, tags, hashtags, all of these different things. But remember your message. And that's the one thing that the Convo and Traffic Sales and Profit does really well is it's a them value first system. And so the one thing about the content is it's very good about providing value. Don't just get on YouTube. Remember, it's YouTube. It's you. And so people are buying into you. Don't just get on YouTube just to go ahead and create video and content. Make sure you're providing value to go along with all the research you're getting ready to do as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so Gerald, I wanted to talk about a few things. Hey, real quick, y'all, if y'all getting value from this, let me know down in the chat. I see some nuggets. I see some diamonds. I see some diamonds in the chat, Gerald. I don't know if y'all getting y'all getting value from this. Let me know down in the chat. A couple things, right? I want to talk about some of the simple things. A lot of you, I don't want you to get overwhelmed and think like everything got to be you re-editing all these videos and doing all this stuff. Gerald, can we talk about what you did in the comments?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the comments and let's talk about descriptions. First, can you talk about the comments? As you talk about it,
Yeah.
I'll try to pull up one as an example for the people.
So one of the things, and I want you all to hear me on this. One of the places that you have probably the most control over is the comments section. Okay. Um, Many of us, and by a show of hands, you all can go ahead and put it, in your chat or whatever. You all, how many of us go to the comments section of the YouTube videos that we're watching? Most of us, if not all of us, go ahead and do that, right? So what you want to do in the comments section is you want to go ahead and respond with value. The first thing you want to do, because it is your channel and your video, one of the things I do is I do something called comment pinning. Okay. I go ahead, I'll write a comment, hey, like, subscribe, whatever, and I'll pin that comment to the top of that video. Number one. Number two, when people respond to that particular video, what I do is I go ahead and I thank them I say, you know what, please subscribe to the channel. Hey, check out our latest playlist. In other words, I provide value and a link to additional videos to the channel. Why do I do that? One of the most important things when it comes to YouTube is watch time. They want people on their platform, just like Facebook, just like Instagram. They want people to stay on their platform. And so what you want to do is kind of create this cycle of value where when people go ahead and they comment, they show you love or whatever it is, don't just say, yes, great, have a nice day. No, 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 no. Respond with value. Thank you. That was great. Hey, please subscribe. Check out this next video, or please subscribe to, or check out this playlist, or send them someplace to go ahead and go on your channel to begin to increase watch time, which increases value. YouTube sees that. They're just like, whoa, let me give this channel more love. All right. So, yeah. Uh-oh. I think it's.
All right, I'm trying to keep y'all know. I got some screens. I jump in these YouTube channels. First game, Master P in the background. Like, let me tell you about No Limit. So y'all, that was one of the things, right? And one of the things, like, you know, I've been using social media forever. So one of the things, like, if I'm engaged in the stuff, I'm always commenting on every comment. Because I know, like, that engagement. Have y'all seen me even in the TSP Facebook group? I don't know if y'all noticed, but like, if I'm posting something and y'all comment, I comment pretty much on all y'all comments. I'm doing my daily nuggets over there. So them daily nuggets, every person leave a comment right now. I'm leaving comments back. Let me know if anybody had seen that or noticed that. One of my things I love, like Gerald said, I loved how when he kind of, got in the channel, and he wasn't just leaving a comment. I'm leaving comments thinking I'm doing something. He leaving a comment and then linking back to the playlist. Leaving a comment and then that comment linking back to more they could watch, because the game is all about watch time. Yeah. So it was like, boom, that was like a nugget for me, right? And that kind of blew my mind. Joe, I want to talk about what you do in descriptions. I'm pulling descriptions up so you can see it. Because again, I thought I was cooking in the descriptions, y'all. I tell the team, I'm like, look at the stuff like, yo, team, this we need to do. We're going to put this here. We're going to link to this here. I was missing one of the things I wasn't linking to was, again, more content in the descriptions. Yeah. And I love how you did that, right? So it's SEO friendly. Let me just talk about, the importance of SEO in the descriptions, the titles and stuff, but then also what you're doing in the descriptions. And I'll pull up one so they can see it while we're talking.
Yeah. So one of the things, when we talk about watch time, what you want to do is try to find ways and opportunities in your description to go ahead and link back to other content. It's content that you all created. And so just know that you can put links in there. You can put social media links. Those things are great. But what YouTube cares about is watch time. So what you want to do in the descriptions is start placing your other videos in a description, placing some playlists in a description. It's almost like this continual cycle of valuable watch time. Why would you? So over time, what happens is this: YouTube will begin to reward you. They will begin to reward you with subscribers. They will begin to reward you with SEO. They will it just like we talked about with the Master P video. There's a reason why in the comments section I'll go ahead and place the keyword Master P. I'm trying to do something very, very difficult. I'm trying to rank super high for Master P. That's not a long tail keyword. It's a short tail keyword. It's a short keyword. But the more I go ahead and engage and put that keyword in there, YouTube is like, whoa, so let's go ahead and continue to give this video more love and more love and more love and more love. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, man. Good stuff. Like I said, I was sharing that. Hopefully, let me know if y'all.
Uh-oh. I think you're.
Man, okay, there we go. I was trying to share the screen so all y'all can see it as we did it, but let me know if y'all saw that or not. And you notice how, like, it was descriptions, it was talking about it so people could, like, search and see, but then how we also had the YouTube videos linked in, the playlist linked in, all those type of things as well as we are going. Let's take a few more questions out of the chat. Man, the chat is jumping. We bubbling on YouTube. Last time I went live on YouTube, it was like 2 people. And one of them was like Alex from the video team. Other was like somebody stumbled in by, by mistake. Y'all look at the YouTube page is changing right in front of your eyes, right? Um, Let me see. We got a lot of stuff in here. Hey, somebody said, "What's up?" Lane said, "From your experience, has editing is it better to edit the videos or just use raw footage? Have you seen any difference in those from what you see?"
I do. When it comes to editing, and to be honest with you, back in the days, I went viral with raw footage, which is great. When it comes to editing and you hire an editor, you want to make sure to tell and educate that editor to let them know that you're looking for engaging content. Okay. That's one of the things that they do that when I look at the convo and then I go ahead and I look at the traffic, sales, and profit channel, the content on there is so engaging. A video went ahead, we posted a video this morning. Engaging content that actually brings people in, increases engagement. Well, it's almost like creating a incredible user experience. Okay. So nowadays, it is becoming more and more important that when it comes to video editing, that you don't just want all these bells and whistles. What you're looking for, if you hire an editor, you're looking for engaging content that increases the YouTube experience when it comes to watch time, likes, comments, etc., etc. If you all want to know an example of an engaging video, check out that Master P video. Just the comments in there, just incredible, incredible.
All right, y'all. Let me see if we got another. Make sure I muted. Let me see if we got another question in, and I just dropped y'all the links to both the Convo and the Traffic Sales and Profit channels. Make sure you subscribe to both. We're gonna be doing a lot more on this. And if you just came in the middle, this is Gerald Harris, right? We are working together. He's a TSP Mastermind alum, right? This is my dude I go to behind the scenes and ask all my questions about YouTube. So we came together. We going working on a project to publicly in front of y'all grow both our Convo channel, which had only, I don't know how much. So I got it written down and documented, but
It was it started at 228. We're at 471 subscribers, so it's double.
yeah, so
It's
228,
essentially
right? What we started at. So a lot of y'all saying, well, Lamar, it's easy for you because you got this. The Convo page only had 200 subscribers, right? And then we got the Traffic Sales and Profit. How much did TSP start at?
TSP started at 8114. Now we're at 8307.
All right, so like 2 pages, right? So y'all will see.
Yeah.
But the TSP page, we hadn't really posted. We post some shorts here and there. We haven't really done a lot. So there's one page we kind of got dormant that we're bringing back to life. We got another page that's kind of like brand new because wasn't a lot going on. It wasn't a lot of subscribers on it. So y'all can see us build this thing, right? We had a 90-day plan. So we kind of like the first month kind of just getting our legs ready. Now I think we kind of shooting into the stuff. We got our back end process together. And I'm excited if y'all gonna be able to watch us in journey. We're gonna do this every month, right, Gerald? We're gonna at least every month, if not more, we'll come in
At
live
least.
and then break down the differences for y'all about what's changed, what we did, what didn't work, what did work, all those type of things as well.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me see what other. We got anything else good in the chat? What's up? Tyron said this is dope. Hey, this is a good one, right? This is a good one. Holly asked the question. I asked Gerald this question because I was like, I know how we can get more views. I was like, I'm about to run these ads. Holly said, what are your thoughts on running ads to gain YouTube subscribers?
I think it's good. So I've tried organic and I've tried running ads. You just have to make sure the ads are targeted to your avatar. Don't just run. So if you go ahead and you run ads, don't just run ads from all over the world, right? There are people on YouTube that have huge audience and they've run ads, but most of the audience or a good portion of the audience is from India. It's it's not going to help you to make money. Okay. You need to be able to run ads, number one, to your avatar. Number two, you have to be consistent in uploading content. So back in the days, I would say, let's go ahead and crank it out every day. You don't need to crank content out every day, but you have to be consistent. 2, 3 times a week, every other day, every 3 days. You have to be consistent with quality content. There's nothing wrong with going ahead and running ads to go ahead and grow a YouTube channel. Just make sure that who you're running ads to, that really matches up with your avatar, right? Um, in the back of, I think it was in the back office, as I was looking at TSP, that I'm noticing like the average age that really hits up is anywhere between the ages of 35 to 44. Okay. So know your avatar before you go ahead and you run those ads so that you can go ahead and get the biggest bang for your buck.
I love it. Hey, and it's good stuff too, right? I was thinking, Gerald, like a lot of what I'm always telling clients a lot of times is that when it comes to webinars, when it comes to stuff they should be selling at, they trying to teach people to death, right?
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
on YouTube, they actually can teach people to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as it's right, that providing value you talked about, right? So like this is the platform to do that when they talk about making great content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me see, the chat still going good. Hey, if y'all are getting value, make sure you see some hundreds going up. Drop the emojis down in the chat. Let me know. Holly said, thanks for that. Awesome. I got one more question, then we'll jump into a couple things to wrap. Gerald, Alex said, how important are YouTube chapters? This is something me and you talked about.
So you'll start. So for the last maybe 6 months, 8 months, I begin to study chapters, and I've noticed you'll start to notice on a lot of the larger channels, right? There are many videos that have chapters, and then they're on the same channel. There are a lot of videos that don't have chapters. One of the things that happens with chapters is this. You can do well, and it's kind of tricky because somebody will go ahead and they come to your video and they just want that chapter to go ahead and hit that chapter and they'll leave. So essentially, there are times when chapters can really kind of hurt watch time. And I think that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of these larger YouTubers where people that used to, I mean, it was chapter, 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 and it's just like, does it really help? Because you still got people like, some of these larger YouTubers, you still got people that go ahead and they do videos with no chapters and they do videos with some chapters. And so I think it's important to go ahead and know your audience. Okay. Knowing your audience. One of the things that I saw, especially within the traffic sales and profit channel, there were a lot of videos, a lot of them had chapters, but no growth. I had to go in some of the videos and remove, because I wanted to go ahead. I went on YouTube to check out some of the chapters. You saw some links in YouTube, but there was just no growth. And so I had to remove some of the video chapters within some of the videos, not all of them, because I'm still doing some testing and trying to see. So I would say chapters, you still want to provide value and a good user experience. However, just know you can still explode and do well on YouTube without chapters. Okay. Once again, when I talk about watch time, YouTube absolutely positively loves watch time. And if you have an engaging video where people were going to look at the entire video, great. But if you're just putting something up and then you put chapters on and then people start clicking off, it's going to hurt your channel. It's going to hurt your watch time. So it does start. It always starts with value.
And that's a great point. I literally was watching a YouTube video this morning on ways to make money, right? That's the topic I enjoy paying attention to, Gerald. So I was watching, and it was like 10. What was like? It was like 8 businesses to not do or something like that. Or 8 businesses to not buy or something. And I was looking, and I might have been like business 3 or 4. And then I noticed that bad boy had chapters. I was like, let me just skip to the end. And then they had the name of the types of businesses there. So maybe 3 of them I would have watched. Otherwise, I would just let the whole thing play. But 3 of them, I was just like, okay, I'm not interested in that. So I skipped from like 3 to maybe 6. On number 6, I just watched like the first couple minutes of it. And I was like, okay, I get the gist of it. That's enough. Watch the last one. And then I was out. Where really, otherwise, I'm sure I would have watched the whole video. Because I wasn't doing anything otherwise, right? I was in a rush, but I'm just in a regular rush. I ain't nowhere to go.
Right.
So like I said, when you say that, it sticks out to me. It's like, yeah, we want convenience, but yeah, they probably lost about 10 minutes of me watching that video, which is like maybe
Yeah.
a 20-minute video. They probably lost about 10 minutes of me watching that video once I
Yeah.
realized I could skip around and then just get up out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Cool. So Gerald, right? Any last words? Like what's the plan for us? And if y'all didn't know, right, I'm looking right now. So we doing this. This is a public experiment for us. Hopefully it goes well. We don't know, right? We're not controlling the algorithm. All I got is expertise. But y'all like, dude, you got like 2 more people than you had. I ain't never done nothing live like this. I like controlling my odds a little more.
Yeah.
But y'all, we are right now, right? We 1 month in. So 1 month in, we got 471 roughly on the convo. I'm just looking at the front of the pages, which in the analytics a little more precise. 8,320 or so on TSP. So we're gonna talk about these numbers every time we get together. We're doing it once a month. Who knows if y'all like this? Maybe we need to come back and do it every 2 weeks or something. Y'all let us know down in the chat if we can coordinate both our time. Maybe we will do that. Gerald, what's our plan for the next 30 days? What are we gonna be doing on the channels? What you thinking about? I know on our end, on the convo, we got new shows and stuff, content releasing. And make sure y'all watch that, right? It's all shows around Black business, Black wealth. I dropped the link down below for y'all. On TSP, we're getting Gerald more long form content. So we just got him like a few more pieces of long form content. I got some shorts that I think are engaging that we got for YouTube, but I'm gonna try to see if they get any traction over here. But then we got as I'm getting more into this mindset. And y'all, I would say this as a creator, like YouTube is a mindset. It's a different mindset than the other channels. So I'm getting back into, which this is actually way more my mindset than shorts and stuff like that. I'm getting back into this side of like, hey, what can I do over here? Y'all saw I made a change. Joe was like, man, that's a good change. Right before we do it, we're about to go Facebook Live. And I'm like, yo, what we doing Facebook Live talking about YouTube? I'm like, we should do YouTube Live. And I had to fumble over here for a second to figure out how to do it. But we got over here and look, right, we rocking, the comments rocking, and everything like that. So Gerald, what is the next 30 days on these 2 channels? What's the plan?
More social shares, more off-page SEO, right? More, and what I mean by that is taking videos and embedding them into different blog posts, that type of thing. Obviously, doing more when it comes to the comments itself. Any additional products or services that we need to go ahead and sell, I want to go ahead and start posting some of those when I respond to people, not just videos, but different links, so that we can go ahead and begin to not just create sales and subscribers, and because that's the whole objective of YouTube, right? Monetization. The objective really with the convo is trusting that it doubles. Right. So right now it's double from 30 days. Let's keep it going. See if we can go ahead and get it to double again for the next 30 days. And so with traffic, sales, and profit, I can't even predict. I have a funny feeling that you got a viral video on your hands. We haven't even talked about it. You know what I mean? With the whole Master P thing. So sky's the limit for that. So, but you all go ahead and stay tuned. And it's going to be really, really exciting. I think y'all will get some serious nuggets from this.
I love it. And man, it's so much we didn't get to talk about. We might have to do this more than once a month, Gerald, because people,
right?
Alex and Chad, like, y'all ain't talking about thumbnails, y'all. Listen, I had Alex's our video content, and we had an internal fight in the office, Gerald, where Alex is a purist. My video team, they purist, right? The graphic, they like, we don't like those animated, flashy, too many colors. We need more muted tones. And I'm like, yo, the YouTube joints they eye catching. I'm like, yo, they stop the scroll, right? They get you to click. So we've been being more strategic on the thumbnails and working with Gerald. Maybe the next conversation, Gerald, we'll make sure we talk. Let's go on the thumbnails on the next one. The importance of them, because them joints we found out are vital. So we'll make sure we get the thumbnails. And I'll give y'all one other hack. For one, in the chat, make sure y'all subscribe to both so y'all can see us grow them, right? Traffic, sales, and profit, and the convo. I put those links down below. Alex said she learned just bad with her. Um, Alex like I was like Alex just tested. We put them joints, boom, to the moon,
Yeah.
right? So we put them out. But y'all, I'll give y'all one other hint that somebody told me a long time ago. When I dropped them links down below, y'all will see if you click on the links, like the link is appended, which means like the end of the URL is like a question mark, right? Anything after that is appended, but it's like a question mark. Then it's sub underscore confirmation one, which makes if you share if you share your channel link like that publicly, I don't know if it actually works out of YouTube. I'm just doing it. But if you share your channel link like that publicly, so if I email it out with that specific link in there with that question mark sub underscore confirmation one at the end of it, or confirmation equal one, I'm gonna put just that part in the chat so y'all can see what it look like alone. That way, right? So if you like take your channel, put that at the end of it, use that in your emails and such, when people click on it, the first thing they'll get when they go to your channel is an actual button to subscribe. So we need the subscribers, right? I'll say this, YouTube, Gerald, what I found is like YouTube, I think, is the best platform for serving up their subscribers what they actually want to see.
Absolutely.
And getting people. It's like Facebook used to be back in the day, like you follow a page and Facebook would actually let you see the crap that you know that you signed up and say you want to see. I think YouTube does a great job of serving that up, of reminding you, of alerting you when new stuff come out. Gerald, oh man, there's so much stuff. We got to talk about the thumbnails. Let's talk about the premieres, right? Because the premieres, I love the YouTube premieres. Because when you sign up, like YouTube sending an email, I don't know if my email may or may not get to that person's inbox, but I know YouTube will. So YouTube send an email with a big like red circles, octagon type of thing. It's like, yo, it's starting now, right? When we did that. And for us, y'all, one of the things I'm always reminded of and always talking to the team with is how much content we're sitting on. So as I'm talking about creating content, don't forget how much content you're sitting on already that we can get back out into the marketplace, that we can push out and make it happen. Gabby, like, Gerald, you in the TSP group? I got more questions, like a lot of questions. Gerald, if people want to hit you, reach out to Gabby. I was like, where your book? You got a book? She's trying to Gabby, trying to buy the YouTube Secrets book. How can they hit you? What you want to do a Q&A, post in the group? Like you want to give them contact info, whatever you want to do, I'm cool with it. Just let me know.
Okay. So a lot of you all can go to GeraldEHarris.com. Download that. It's like a six-step checklist. GeraldEHarris.com. Free checklist. Start out there and
Awesome. So Clea, I know you watch Clea. If you could drop that down in the chat for us, that would be perfect. GeraldEHarris.com, y'all. And again, like Gerald, somebody actually did the stuff. When Gerald came, he did not come into Mastermind as a YouTube person. He came in real estate, right? But I noticed when he came in, the dude had like a real estate channel with like 20, 30, 40,000, or might have been more. The Facebook group might have been that size. But I know he had like tens of thousands of people on his YouTube channel, which got me to asking, like, man, like, I know we're talking about real estate, but what's up with this YouTube? And he started exposing some of those secrets now. So we're excited, y'all. Let me know if y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if you're coming back. Let me know if we should do this every 2 weeks, right? Or y'all want just once a month. Let me know in the chat. I don't want to give y'all, too much and not enough. Y'all want every 2 weeks, or you only want it once a month? Let me know in the chat. And then also let me know if y'all subscribed. Gerald, any last words, man?
Be consistent. One thing about YouTube is they will start serving your stuff up if you have quality content and you're consistent. Okay. Quality content and you're consistent. One of the reasons both of these channels are growing is because both the Convo as well as Traffic, Sales, and Profit are consistent. Be consistent.
Awesome. There we go, y'all. All right. If you want to watch them live, right, the link's down below in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to watch the Convo here on YouTube and Traffic, Sales, and Profit. Y'all have a great day. Peace. Thanks, Gerald, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right, y'all. Later.
All right.